Welcome back, VST here, Widgets Tech guys, the S23 Ultra and the S22 Ultra. I am receiving now the March update security patch level 1st of March, 1UI5.1 for the S23 Ultra. This version here is AWBM, AWBN, AWBD. It is 351 megabytes. Security of your device have been improved. Alright, device stability improvement, bug fixes, new or enhanced features. You can also click here to learn more, and now is the time to check if we already get this information here. So the version is AWBD, and release date is the wrong one, I guess, because security patch level, they probably did a mistake here because this is actually the correct version. Now let's check the S22 Ultra, guys, and something here is off, and it's really weird and I think also very obvious. Apparently I have the new update animation or new update design in my S22 Ultra, and for a reason not in my S23 Ultra, which is really like a stock One UI 5.1 device. I don't know why. This looks weird. Yeah, but okay. Let's check what we have here, guys. One UI version 5.1. The security patch level again from the 1st of March. The updated circuit the same size. The version here is CWBE, BF, BE. If we click here, guys, let's just see if we're gonna get an update there. CWAA, I'm not even sure if they really managed to update that one, guys, but none really of this matters. What matters is that I'm going to now download, install these two updates, guys. Alright guys, I've optimized all the applications using the apps optimizer from the Good Guardians. 28 degrees for the S22 Ultra, 27.8 for the S23 Ultra. I just want the phone to be rested, guys. Now I'm gonna turn them for the first time and we might start with our testing. So what are you going to see in this video? If you are not familiar with my content, guys, then I'm gonna give a very short heads up. So I'm gonna go to the home screen, I'm gonna check the navigation, I'm gonna also check the notification animations, I'm gonna test the phone in the landscape mode, also in the vertical mode, check the quick settings, check the blur animations, and also open some of our beloved widgets like Spotify and the weather widget. I'm gonna go and check the recent menu, the up drawer, the search, also go inside the wallpaper and styles. I'm gonna check folders opening and closing, then some apps like Twitter, Chrome, Telegram, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, Facebook, Messenger. I'm going to also focus on camera animations, opening and closing the camera, but then also check the memory allocation. How much memory do we have? Here, guys, 12G of memory, here also 12G of memory, so how much is used. Then I'm gonna check the pop-up window, the split window, the thermal throttling, and the CPU temperatures, guys. I'm gonna run a GeekBench in 3D Mark and of course show you some of the battery and screenshot animations, and that's probably gonna be it, guys. This is really my full testing process for a new Samsung update, and if you are impressed with what you hear, then you might want to sub for the channel. And guys, I am also gonna put back the phones in the cases because they wobble so much it's almost not possible to really use them. Alright guys, first things first, so let's just check the home screen animation. By the way, both phones run on WQHD 120 Hz. Okay, it's by the way the first time for me doing this video where I'm checking the latest Samsung One UI firmware, comparing the current flagship with the previous generation flagship. So I'm just wondering, guys, should I sell my Samsung S22 Ultra or should I keep it just for performance and firmware reviews like this? By the way, thumbs up really to Samsung for upgrading and updating still the S22 Ultra. Of course, they promised 5 years of security updates and at least 3 years of major One UI Android updates, so it's very good that these updates really happen in the very same time. Now enough with the home screen, guys. I'm gonna go now to my right, accessing my Google Now. All right. The S22 Ultra stutters a bit. Of course, guys, it's the Exynos, so don't blame it. It's an old phone. It's the Exynos 2200 versus the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which we know is already a crazy good thing. So let me just also scroll down to the other menus. This pretty much seems to be okay. So navigation-wise, I would say no big complaints. Only scrolling-wise, I have, yes, some remarks a bit on the S22 Ultra's performance. Now, guys, let's check the notification animations. Okay. Very much on par. All right, and guys, with that said, also I'm able to check the status menu and also the quick icons. All right, so device control. Okay, and also of course I'm gonna go and also check the media output. So media output is gonna be my next test. Okay, don't think about this video being a comparison between the S23 Ultra and the S22 Ultra. Is not. Just focus, if you can, of course, on this phone as being like standalone phones, guys. So we really want to check how they operate now with the latest firmware whatsoever. Now it's time for me to put them in the landscape mode. If you wonder why, then you're gonna understand why. I just want to repeat the very same test. Just go here and check how this works on these two phones. Clearly though there is a lag, so I know I asked you to not compare both phones. I will probably still do this, guys, apologies for that, but just in my nature, so I cannot really escape from this. Now let's just see what happens with the notification animations. Okay, I would say it's pretty much about the same. Now let's go back to the standard vertical mode. One more time, let's check the quick settings. So quick settings here. Okay, I'm just gonna put airplane mode. Okay, checking the animations. Here we have, of course, the SIM card, so of course it's a bit slower. Wi-Fi. Now let's check the blur animation, guys, and I'm just going to use the quick shade here to do this. So blur animation on both phones, real blur. Okay, yeah, pretty much the same. And again, no surprises here, no lag whatsoever, operates quite nicely. This brings me to my next test, which is the widgets. So I have here some of the widgets that I'm using. The first, of course, is the weather widget. Just opening it. Okay, very fancy animations. Samsung S23 Ultra, Samsung S22 Ultra, guys. And of course here I have the battery widget. Sadly, this one is not so customizable, but at least you can just see how it looks in the light and in the dark mode. So widget operation seems to be quite on par. Yeah, just so flawless, guys. And imagine every time we just go out, we have the whole screen just zooming in, zooming out, and I really do love this about Samsung One UI. So if you ask me, I know the animation is probably not perfect, but I don't really care. I really like them a lot. Now, time to check the recent menu. So here again, scrolling down through everything, not a problem at all, by the way. Very fluid. Everything seems to be working. One more time, and yep, and one more time. Okay, so far, guys, I don't really see any major disruptions in both phones. One UI 5.1, they operate quite nice. Going back to my home screen. Okay, and guys, we are going now to initiate the next test, which is going to be the up drawer. So the up drawer, how do I access it? I just do like this. I'm inside the up drawer. I can now navigate to my applications, of course, only horizontal, guys. There is also the option for the vertical when you use the One UI Home, and it's not the best, and I don't recommend it. Now, guys, let's click here on the search. All right, so search box, one more time, exiting the phones to, oops, now it works, to the main home screen, guys. And now it's time to check the wallpaper and style. How do we do that, guys? Hold the finger like this, boom, and now click on the wallpaper and styles. Okay, change your wallpaper. So guys, just initiate actually a change of wallpaper. So what should I put, guys? Let me just go with a graphical one. And all right, I'm gonna go with that one here. So change it on the home screen, and I'm gonna go for that one here on my S22 Ultra. I'm gonna press down at the same time. Actually, changes apply to lock on home screen. Very nice. If that's the case, we can check. Yes, this is absolutely the case. And also finger unlock, everything operates quite nicely. I would say not a problem at all. What we can also test here inside the wallpaper and style is what happens when we change the color palette. So let's go inside and let's choose that one. So I'm just gonna press the apply, and we are just looking for some errors. Of course, this phone is quicker, but also, guys, also happened very quickly on the S22 Ultra. So I think just Samsung trying to make the best out of it. One more test like this, guys. Again, I'm just gonna do this like interim test to be able to appreciate and rate the performance, but right now I don't really see anything major going on. And just by scrolling and using the phone like a normal person, I get 35 here and I get 33 here. So again, the S22 Ultra is running a bit hot. I'm gonna show you later also my thermals. And now it's time, guys, to check some of the folder animations. So I have the very same exact setup. So let's open this folder. Okay, one more time, this folder, it's absolutely one and the same, not a problem at all. Okay, I can also open the media one. Okay, and I can also open my business folder. All right, now let's check some application testing, guys. I'm gonna open Telegram. Okay, scroll down a bit. Yeah, go outside. One more time for Telegram. Not a major problem at all. Absolutely flawless, guys. So I can now open Twitter. I'm using the Twitter beta, by the way. Of course, this phone is a bit quicker, guys. So let me just click here to refresh everything. Hey, subscribe to my friend Mr. Nest to System Hacks. He's the one that gave me the Pixel and of course some other phones to test, so he's a great YouTuber. Okay, scrolling out just to get the idea of the smoothness or of course the lack of it. Going outside, and guys, now let's open some Chrome. Okay, images, not a problem at all. I think both phones just operate very smoothly. No pinch to zoom here. Okay, but some scrolling test capabilities. Let's go outside, guys, and now let me show you some of the more social apps. Of course, we can start with the Instagram. Of course, it starts first, some browsing here. Okay, now let's just go to the left, initiate this camera thing. Okay, close. Let me try this one more time. Okay, so there is this simple stutter on, see here, guys. It's not so flawless on the S22 Ultra, and on the S23 Ultra it's just perfect. So, okay, enough about Instagram, guys. Let's just open some TikTok, and sorry about the cringe. Just doing it for the test. Opening the TikTok, guys. Yep. Let's just try to access the camera. Okay, can we turn the camera? We can. One more time back. Killing the camera. Trying to scroll down a bit. Trying to exit. No issues whatsoever, guys. I just do believe it works quite nicely, guys. Now let's check some of the camera animations. Opening the camera. Okay, we are now here at the photo mode. Okay, testing it. I'm gonna close the camera. Open the camera. Go, let's say, to the portrait photo, close it one more time, minimize it, opening it again, camera opening and camera closing, guys, not a problem at all. We can also go inside the camera setting and check with the camera assistant. So camera assistant, guys, all the HDR is here, it's turned on. Let me just turn it on again here. So picture softening to medium. The capture speed is on speed, but I'm going to put it on quality, guys. This is the option that I use. And by the way, if I do the same here, you can just see we have also the same options, but for high resolution photos. So let me just try to take some pictures so that we are able to do this comparison. I'm going to go back to the front camera. Okay, and all right, I think it's clear, like the S23 Ultra is doing a quicker job, but nevertheless, guys, the shutter here is faster than here. That's not meant to be really a full comparison. The camera animation, I would say, quite nice. Now, guys, something I want to show is the memory allocation. For that, I'm going to go inside the developer options. Why? Because when I click here, we're going to see the memory usage. And the very good news here is, guys, that in the last 3 hours, exactly the same average memory usage, 5.4 gigabytes. This is also another case why you should not buy a phone with 8 gigabytes. It's just not going to be enough, guys. You can just see 50% is already used. And I can go also to 1 day and just see 6.1, so a bit more used on the S23 Ultra. That's normal because I have a different usage. You can also click on the memory usage and see exactly which of the processors are using your RAM memory. Of course, the most RAM hungry one is the Android OS. You can just see with more than 2 GB in the system than the system UI in the One UI home. So we can always, of course, use this check to see what is really taking much of your memory and etc. And now, guys, some more tests. Pop-up window. Now I'm gonna open Telegram. I'm gonna go back in the recent menu. Why? How do we check the pop-up, guys? Hold it here, okay, and you just put it there for a pop-up window. Let's do some testing, guys, here. Okay, resizing pretty much works all right. Also, guys, what happens if I want to go and I want to initiate a split screen? I can click here and boom, then directly go and choose a split screen. I don't have this option directly. I need to click on the dots and select here. It could be something related to the one-way update, but okay, we are now testing the split up window. Okay, clicking here will give us the option to just rotate the screen, change the places. No stutter whatsoever. Let's do this one more time. Absolutely works. And now, guys, yeah, let's just go full mode in Telegram here again. Again, the animation on the S22 Ultra is a bit more stuttery, but overall not a big problem at all. And guys, we are now approaching the good guardians. I promised I'm going to show you my thermal settings. When I go inside the thermal guardian, guys, you can just see I have been using the S23 Ultra on the standard thermal threshold, just a repetition. You can drag the control thermal threshold. If you choose a lower one, your device can prevent overheating. You can protect your device from heat, of course, lose some performance, gain a bit more battery. But if you drag it to the right, you can get higher temps. Of course, you will sacrifice your battery but get better performance. And I was on purpose using my S22 Ultra with a high setting, just hoping to match up a bit the experience. So 36.9, 34.5, so you can absolutely see that this really works. Also, the processing settings here is on maximum. I used it yesterday for a test. By the way, this should not impact benchmarking whatsoever, but for the sake of my next test, guys, I have upped the thermal threshold on the S23 Ultra as well, because right now I want to run GeekBench. Okay, so GeekBench 6 here, you know, GeekBench 6, yeah, it's causing some interesting discussions around the results, and specifically the one for the Apple devices. But without any further ado, now let's run it, guys. Let's just see how much we're gonna get. The sheer amount of time that the S22 Ultra still needs to just finish the test, I think is very obvious, but we cannot really blame it on the device. The GeekBench 6 was just released 2 weeks ago, and it really focuses on all the new fancy AI and ML and other things that, you know, people just write to sell their products, and of course probably also believe and develop, but I'm not here to judge. 1816 is really way off the Xiaomi result that I'm getting from the Xiaomi 13 every time. 2000 and 4809, and I can, guys, even I wanted to show you my past results, but I'm not able to because the GeekBench 6 implementation is just so worse. GeekBench 5 implementation had all the options you were able to check your previous test, which apparently we're not able to do so. But okay, let's just brace ourselves and wait for the final 20% and just see how much we're gonna get from the S22 Ultra. And while this is still testing, guys, I want to say some words about the overall feeling that I have. Again, it's very, very positive that Samsung keeps updating their devices. I just got this update in the same day. This is the S23 Ultra, so that's absolutely understood. This device just turned 1 month old, so it's really a brand new device. 1 month old. This here is now already 1 year old, and 1 year and a month old, so it's like 13 months. But it's still a new device, and yeah, these are the scores that I'm getting, so it's not really the best you can imagine, but it is what it is, guys. Overall performance, quite nice, guys. I don't have anything bad to say. I still see that the S23 Ultra is performing better, maybe because it's newer, maybe of course because of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, but overall performance of the S22 Ultra is still very, very good. And guys, if you like videos like this, you know what to do, and with that said, VST over and bye.